Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today in this class we are going to discuss about the cross anatomy of ankle joint, which includes the salient feature of ankle joint including the ligaments, the clinical anatomy, movements and 3D animations. Ankle joint is a synovial joint of a hinge variety. It is formed between tibia, fibula and talus. The joint formed between talus and calcaneum bone is known as subtalar joint. The only movement take place between tibia fibula and talus is dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. Eversion and inversion takes part at subtalar joint. Structurally, the joint is very strong. The stability of the joint ensured by the closed interlocking between the bones and their articular surfaces, strong collateral ligaments, the tendons that cross the joint, for example, 4 in front, 3 on posteromedial side and 2 on the posterolateral side. The diagram shows the posterior view of ankle joint, including the lower parts of the tibia and fibula. This part is medial malleolus of tibia. This is lateral malleolus. This bone is talus and this one is calcanean or heel bone. In fact, the dislocation of ankle joint are rare because joint is very stable due to the presence of deep tibiofibular socket. Whenever dislocation occurs, it is accompanied by the fracture of one or more malleoli. For example, if this malleoli, the lateral malleolus, medial malleolus, used to fracture, this fracture is known as Pott's fracture. The joint is supported by 3 ligaments. One is the fibrous capsule, the deltoid or medial ligament, and a lateral ligament. In the next upcoming slide, we are going to discuss these 3 ligaments in detail. 1. The fibrous capsule. It surrounds the joint, but it is weak anteriorly and posteriorly. The anterior and posterior parts of the capsule are thin and loose to allow the hinge movements. The hinge movement is dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. Let's discuss about the deltoid or medial ligament. The deltoid or medial ligament is triangular in shape, having an apex attached to the medial malleolus superiorly and have a base attached to the different parts of the talus and other bones. It has 2 parts, major parts. One is the superficial part and other is the deep part. The superficial part subdivided into different fibers. Number 1, anterior fibers or tibionavicular part. Number 2, the middle fibers or tibiocalcaneal part. And the last one, third one, are the posterior fibers or posterior tibiotalar part. Here you can see. The deep part is anterior tibiotalar fibers. The deltoid ligament is very strong ligament, and excessive tensile forces on the ligament results in the avulsion fracture rather than tear of the ligament. The ligament is prone to injuries in inversion. This diagram shows the lateral view of the foot and ankle joint. In this diagram, you are going to appreciate the lateral ligaments. It also have 3 parts. Number 1, anterior tibiofibular ligament, calcaneofibular ligament, and the last one, posterior tibiofibular ligament. The anterior tibiofibular ligament is a flat band which passes from the anterior margin of the lateral malleolus to the neck of the talus. Calcaneofibular ligament is a long, rounded cord which passes from the notch on the lower border of the lateral malleolus to the tubercle of lateral surface of calcaneum. Here you can see tubercle of the calcaneum. The posterior talofibular ligament is long ligament, passes from the lower border of the malleolar fossa of the fibula to the lateral tubercle of the talus. And this one is the lateral tubercle of talus. Blood supply of the ankle joint arises from the anterior tibial artery, posterior tibial artery, and peroneal arteries. The nerve supply is from deep peroneal and tibial nerves. Now in the next slide, you will enjoy the 3D animation of ankle joint along with their movement and the gross structures. Now let's have a general overview regarding the applied anatomy of the ankle joint. The destruction of the ligaments, lateral ligament or medial ligament, is known as ankle sprain or sprain ankle. The sprains of the ankle are almost always abduction sprains of the subtalar joints, although a few fibers of the deltoid ligament are also torn. Acute sprains of lateral ankle occurs when the foot is plantar flexed and excessively inverted. The lateral ligament of the ankle joint are torn, giving rise to pain and swelling in this area. Acute sprains of the medial ankle occurs in excessive eversion, leading to the tear of the strong deltoid ligament. But the cases are less common. For injections into the ankle joint, the needle is introduced between the tendons of extensor hallucis longus and tibialis anterior, with the ankle partially plantar flexed here. So that's all about today's class. Thank you very much.